Hello everybody, I'm Alfred, and the video we're about to watch is the movie trailer for the movie Dual. That's in Dual. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm currently dying, and I would like to schedule a consultation.
Sarah,
Hi there.
I'm sure you're.
You know, it's unfortunate how many people in this day and age have been programmed to go to, psychiatrists, and shrinks, for advice and direction in life. They want to go to somebody who basically is going to give people advice out of things that are not tried and tested or lasting, like the Word of God. The Word of God, there is no greater volume of advice, there is no greater book of advice on how to live your life than the Bible. And there's no other book that has stood the test of time like the Bible. The words of wisdom in it are reliable. Unlike something like, a psychiatrist, that people have to, you have to pay money for the psychiatrist's time, and the person just basically sits there and says, so how does that make you feel? And they just, most of what they do is listen, and when they give advice, it's based on all the psychology and psychiatric textbooks that they have written, which are full of theories of men, many of which have failed, many of which are written by men whose lives were full of all kinds of ups and downs, many of which are written by men who in today's day and age will probably be put in jail for pedophilia or one other thing or the other. Those are the people that have the, that's actually taught a lot of the concepts and a lot of the fundamental philosophies in psychology and psychiatry. That is a reality. That is a fact. Also, look at this situation with what just happened with the vaccine, with the virus. These are people, these doctors and these medical professionals, these are people who are paid. These are people who are instructed. Look at how the World Health Organization, just commanded doctors all over the world. Oh, you have to do this. Oh, you have to say this. That is the same way that psychiatrists and psychologists now, today, they are all, as far as they are in the Western world. If someone says that they feel, if a man comes and says they feel they're a woman, they have to approve it. This is something that psychologists and psychiatrists in the 20s and 30s would have put you in a mental asylum for. If you went to a psychologist or a psychiatrist in the 20s or 30s and said that you were a man in a female body, people didn't usually say things like that. But let's say that someone did. Like, of course, there are people who say things like, oh, they feel they are Abraham Lincoln, or they feel like, they are something else, like, oh, they feel like they are Superman or whatever. They put such people in mental asylums. So in the same way, if a man has walked into a psychiatrist or one of these shrinks, and told them that, oh, they feel like they are a woman, in a man's body and all of that. If somebody has said that, they would have put that same psychiatrist, would have put that person in a mental asylum. Then, but now, that same psychiatrist will say, oh, it is understandable, oh, it is normal. Why? Not because the science changed, not because of any discovery, but because of the sponsoring, money. Who is the one in charge of all this? The Association of Psychologists and Psychiatrists. The funding of that, the people behind it, and where the money comes, and now because of revoking and approving licenses, just like when it comes to this COVID and vax issue, there are a lot of doctors who have said, and that is what they have been trained. They know that natural immunity is the best immunity. There's nothing like natural immunity, but yet because of the way the world is structured, a lot of these doctors are like, oh, I don't want to lose my license. Oh, people should take the vax. People should take the vax. In spite of the fact that the vax does not work. But natural immunity is actually what has actually worked so far. The progress that have been made, apart from prayer, we have seen natural immunity was actually what has sustained people. Not any vax. All the people that have taken the vax, the Queen, I think she has gotten like 3 vax. The Queen of England, yeah, she still got the COVID. Recently, this guy, Obama, Clinton, and Biden, these people that have taken multiple vax still got the virus. So what is the point of the vax? But these are realities that people don't think about, and this is the people that, the psychologists and psychiatrists people go to for advice. No, don't go to these people. These people are manipulated, and these are not the place to go to. Go to the Word of God that gives you the same consistent advice that has stood the test of time. Don't be going to all these psychologists and psychiatrists. If, for example, I have so much money and I end up using my money and, use power to get influence over these psychologists and psychiatrists, I can change them around to, change what they put people in mental asylum for, and, change what they say is right and what they say is normal and what they say is abnormal. That is just a fact. So be smart.
Familiar with the process? When you know you're going to die, you can have yourself cloned.
You have very clean skin. I like your shirt.
This is now a dangerous thing. Are they talking about cloning now? If you know you are going to die, you can have yourself cloned. That is so insane and immoral. And this is the kind of things that happen when people don't believe in God. They themselves become God. And morals comes from themselves. And of course, Satan will put whatever thoughts he wants in their mind. Satan and several devils. And, that is what will now be the makeup of their morals of what is right and wrong.
But life has thrown you a curveball. You're not dying anymore.
The duel to the death will be in approximately...
Okay, so now she's not dying anymore, but now she has a clone.
1 year.
Wait, did you say duel to the death?
Can't have 2 of you walking around forever. That would be ridiculous.
Okay, this is turning into a sci-fi kind of thing that is done in a modern day kind of setting. So it's like, okay, you and your clone can't, both exist, let's kill one. So what happens to morality? First of all, why is it moral to create a clone? And then what makes it moral to kill a clone under the topic of you cannot have 2 clones? Why can't the other clone just be a sister now that you have already created the clone? So all this madness, Well, anyway, let's just...
You want to live.
Yes?
So now this is somebody that's, due to the fact she thought she wanted to die, created a clone. Like if the clone is her. Now, it's like, oh, the people that wanted to keep her, or basically keep an image that looked like her alive because it's not her, now it's like, oh, she has to fight to the death. Was it not that she was trying to avoid, and they were trying to, keep away from her or from her image or whatever? Now it's like, oh, they have to, she and her clone has to fight to the death.
I don't believe you.
I may be a size smaller than you. I'm going to kill her.
A properly trained human body is a weapon.
You're pretending to be me while I'm still alive?
Even if I can't be with her, I don't want to be with you.
Always use the gun if it's an option.
I find guns to be boring and overused.
If it's the difference between life and death, it's okay to be boring.
Based on what I'm saying, I don't think the clone knows yet about the battle to the death, and I don't really quite get it, but, let's keep
Your
watching.
mental tricks aren't going to work. Taking over my life was the plan, not stealing it.
Basically, she can't blame the clone because that was the purpose of the clone. The clone is fulfilling its purpose to replace her.
This is my life. She's not going to take it from me.
And if the clone has all her memories and everything else, is it not unfair to expect the clone to now live a new life? It's just like somebody telling you, you know, now you should just all of a sudden drop everything you have known and just jump into a new life, new friends, everything, and just, you know, have different interests and all of that, you know. This is the pit that she dug for herself, you know. The morality of creating the clone in itself is insane, you know. Then now the concept of trying to kill the clone is also insane. So you have two wrongs, you know, trying to make it right.
What are my chances?
0. Nothing is ever absolutely certain, though this most certainly is.
I really value your friendship. I'll miss that when you die. Speaking of which, any updates?
So this is quite interesting. You know, that being said, all stories are best told from a Christian perspective, you know. If you are, you know, if you would like to be a part of making movies that will change the world, transform the world for the gospel, reach out to us, you know, on Alfred.vip. We are looking forward to hearing from you. If you haven't given your life to Christ, click the salvation prayer link in the description below, or go to Alfred.vip, click the salvation prayer link in the main menu. When you do at the page, you come out as a prayer of salvation. Say that prayer telling God you want to become a Christian and begin your walk with God. Thank you and God bless you.